Hello Topaz. How are you doing? I hope you made the most of the amazing weather we had last week. We've had some fantastic work submitted in too. Loads of you have gone above and beyond this time, which has been really fantastic to see. Let's dive straight in.
To start things off, I don't know about you, but this is the moment I've been waiting for all week. Thank you, Boggy, for sending in these pictures of your brand new cats. They really do look adorable. And well done to Mika for putting up this lovely DIY bird feeder. You can see the seeds in the bottle for the birds to eat, and a little wooden dowel that they can perch on. What a great way to recycle a used bottle too. I only hope that Boggy's cats don't get too close. And a very big well done to Alec, who has taken up a great multitude of skills, including singing, songwriting, drama, dance, coding, website building, 3D modelling, sewing, and art. Just think that he's been doing all of these things as well as the daily lessons we have been setting online. This is very impressive indeed. But there's more. As if all that wasn't enough, I hear he's been chosen to appear in a new CBeebies show. So big congratulations to our future star of the small screen. You must let us know when your programme comes on the air. I know I'm really looking forward to it. Well done to everybody looking after your physical and mental well-being this week. We've got lots of people doing Joe Wicks. Keep this up if it includes you. As well as this, Boggy has been doing some gardening with her dad and making some really delicious looking chocolate rolls with her mum. What a great way to spend time with your family. It's great to see Leon playing football in the park, as well as using our online work as an opportunity to relax in a tent in the sun. Alec has made a fantastic start on the well-being work, looking at the different emotions which we all feel, and different strategies to help us regulate these in tough times. Very well done indeed. These are lifelong skills. Well done also to Marda for doing strength exercises at home, and to Mika for having fun doing football, basketball, Wii Sports, daily walks, and karate. There are so many different ways to look after yourself. If you're watching and you're stuck for ideas, why not try one of these activities? Moving on to Stars of the Week, well done to everybody who's making such great progress on the Summer Term History project. Marda and Boggy have made great starts to their visual diaries. Keep it up. Silas has been producing a series of newspaper articles about events in the world today, which he will then put into the time capsule. What a fantastic idea, and very informative for the historians of the future. Very well done also to Mika, who has designed a very intriguing and futuristic time capsule indeed. But don't take my word for it, watch this.
Hey, hi, this is our family time capsule, and I'm going to put some stuff in that remind us of what's been going on in lockdown. So, there's still more stuff to come, but yeah. Bye.
Now, when I opened Tia's history submission and saw this picture, I was quite surprised and very confused. However, as I scrolled down, all became clear. What do you think? Will she manage to leave this sealed until she turns 12? Well done, Tia, for including a range of items that mean something to you, as well as telling the story of your project so well with this set of pictures. Excellent stuff. Once again, you've all done a range of things to help you enjoy your books and show how much you've been enjoying reading. Well done to Gilbert, who illustrated his own comic and actually sent this into the Phoenix Comics. Excellent stuff. I hear also that Mika is still working her way through Harry Potter, and Boggy has joined in too. She is now also listening to The Philosopher's Stone. Great choice. In fact, this first Harry Potter book has been made free to listen to on the Audible website for the lockdown period, so if you'd like to listen to, feel free. I've added a link to the video's description.
It's time now for a quick word from Mika. Thanks, Mika.
Now, from reading to writing, well done to everybody who worked really hard on writing persuasive letters this week. It was very interesting to see all of the different things you wanted. Somebody wanted a hot tub, somebody wanted more time on the computer, somebody wanted a diary. Quite a few people asked for a dog. One person who asked for a puppy this week was Alia. Her argument is very convincing. She says, "I strongly believe that some dogs and puppies are in danger, so it could not only help me but the dog as well. In addition, think how fun it would be for you and me. I could imagine it right now. Furthermore, we both love dogs. It's my dream. Please let me get a cute puppy." Has this letter not persuaded you to get me a puppy? Have you not decided yet? Well, let me tell you my final thought. I would take the dog out, I promise. Please could I have permission to get a puppy? Well done, Alia, for giving such strong reasons. She's not just telling her parents what she wants, she's explaining how it'll be good for the puppy and good for them too. Great to see her using rhetorical questions as well. This is a great persuasive technique. Tia has been just as persuasive this week. She wanted to spend the bank holiday weekend baking cookies, oat bars and cupcakes. Listen to her arguments. I strongly believe that this is a good idea because in quarantine there is not much to do, so I suggest that instead of sitting around and being depressed, let's start baking. Surely someone as kind, compassionate and lovable like you would agree, right? It is a fantastic opportunity to be happy and get active. I will learn a lot from it, because my cooking skills seriously aren't that great, and also I can learn old and new family recipes. It will also be a delicious treat once we finish all that hectic and lousy work. In addition, it will help us spend more time with each other. Again, Tia has thought very carefully about her reasons. We know these are delicious treats, but she's also put a lot of focus into making this a fun way to spend time with her mum and look after each other's well-being. Good use of the power of 3 in both pieces of work. And well done to everybody who sent in their maths work this week. Last week was a weird and wonderful selection of topics we've covered already this year, refreshing our minds in multiplication, division with remainders, and perimeter. This week will be a very similar recap. Our maths challengers this week include Mika, who scored 100% on the My Maths quiz, proving herself to be an expert in division with remainders. Well done also to Marda and Tia, who had a go at several challenges from the Problems pack. I've managed to find the answers to these, so let me know if you've been having a go at these problems and I'll send you a copy. In science this week, we had a look at sedimentary rocks and how they are formed. Well done to everybody who sent in this work. Again, lovely to hear that you are really enjoying this topic. We'll be continuing to look at rocks this week in science, so you're in luck. Well done also to Silas for getting up close and personal with various items under a microscope lens. Look at these incredible pictures he's taken of hair and a beetle. Remember, you're always welcome to do your own science experiment at home. Do send these in if you've had a go. And so we come to computing. I've had the enormous pleasure of having a play around with no less than 28 Scratch projects you've sent me just last week. Loads of you are really having fun with this and experimenting to see what Scratch is capable of. And as you found out, it's capable of quite a lot. Check out these projects. You've made a wonderful range of things. I wonder what Alia's made.
I like chicken.
I definitely should have seen that one coming. Really well done, everybody who sent in a project this week. Keep it up. In my opinion, experimenting and playing around like this is the best way to learn programming. Mika has been learning programming so well that she's starting to teach it, as she will tell you.
Hi, Mr. Lister. I'm helping my brothers do a Scratch project because they're new to it and they don't know much, but now I'm teaching them, they know. Bye.
Mika is also working on a project of her own, which I look forward to seeing. Well done also to Boggy for completing her Scratch project last week. Now, Miss Chapella was so impressed with your Spanish work that she sent me these pieces so I could see for myself. And a very big well done from me too. It's great that some of you went the extra mile to record yourself speaking in Spanish. Have a listen to these.
Me llamo Mika, tengo 9 años, vivo en Londres. Vivo con mi familia, mi madre María, mi padre Daniel, 3 hermanos, Max, Alex y Kimi, pero no tengo mascotas.
Me llamo Silas. Tengo 10 años y vivo en London. Vivo con madre y mi padre. Tengo una hermana, un abuelo y una abuela. Tengo también un hermano. He empezado a jugar Minecraft con mi video primo. Es divertido. No tengo gato y perro. Tengo algunos pequeños animales acuáticos llamados triops.
Alright, a couple of quick announcements. Firstly, next week will be Mental Health Awareness Week. That starts on Monday the 18th of May. And the theme for that week will be kindness. So, to prepare for that week, we'll be bringing the Kindness Cup back into virtual glory. This week, have a go at making your very own 3D Kindness Cup using recycled materials around the house. You can find this in the PHSCEE, or Mental Wellbeing, assignment for this week. There is another new subject on my homework this week. Miss Lynn has created 2 challenge videos on the Salisbury YouTube with some ideas to inspire you and help you get creative. Have a go. And finally, I just wanted to remind you that I have marked your work from last week. To see this, you need to look for the drop-down box that says Status and click All. That way, you'll be able to see all the homework that I've set for you in the past, so you can go into last week's assignments and see my comments. It's important to click All rather than Marked because this will allow you to see the Ask Me Anything assignments too. If I've answered your question over the weekend, click on that assignment and you should be able to see my reply.
Well, that's it for this week. I really am impressed with everything you've been sending in. Do keep it up. It's really fantastic to see. Now, once again, I want to finish by thinking about 3 things that you're grateful for. Do take the time to do this. They could be the same or different to what you thought of last week. As I say, there's no wrong answers with this. Something I'm grateful for this week is all of the kindness that is happening in the world at the moment. One of the best pieces of advice I've heard is from a man called Fred Rogers. Now, when he was a young boy and he saw scary things happening in the news, his mother always used to say to him, "Look for the helpers. You will always find people who are helping." And over the weekend, my cousin shared a story with me which I'd like to share with you that really reminded me of that sentiment. So to tell this story, we first got to go back to the year 1847.
The year 1847 was a difficult one for Ireland. They were in the middle of the Great Irish Famine, which meant there wasn't enough food for people to eat, and many people were starving. But something unexpected happened. They received $170 from the Native American Choctaw people who lived 4,000 miles away in what had become the United States. Now, at the time, this was a lot of money. It would be worth about $5,000 in today's money. And the Choctaw people had just had some difficult times too. Many of them had just lost their homes and faced starvation, so they knew what it was like to suffer the way Ireland was suffering. They wanted to help in whatever way they could. Now, let's skip forward to the present day, over 170 years later. Another group of Native Americans, the Navajo Nation, have been hit quite hard by the coronavirus. They're in need of lots of help and support, so they started an online fundraiser where people can donate money to go towards food and supplies to help those suffering at the moment. And that's when something unexpected happened. A great many donations started pouring in. Have a look at these messages from people who've donated. With love from Ireland. Your ancestors helped mine, I'm honoured to help you. Ireland remembers. Sending support from Ireland. We never forgot your kindness in our hour of need. There's hundreds of messages just like this. And look how much money has been raised so far. Over $3.5 million. And a huge chunk of that has come from Irish people. Isn't it incredible that over 170 years later, people living in Ireland are going out of their way to say thank you and repay an act of kindness made so long ago?
It just goes to show you the power of helping people. Often when we help somebody, it's difficult to tell what kind of an impact we'll have on them. You might think that what you're doing is kind of small or doesn't really matter that much. But actually, to the other person, if that comes at the right time, that can matter an enormous amount. None of the Choctaws knew in 1847 that their donation to Ireland would be repaid so handsomely nearly 200 years later. They weren't thinking about that. They were just doing it to show Ireland that they cared. So have a think. What can you do to help people? What can you do to bring more kindness into the world and show somebody that you care about them? Something to think about. One of the great things about this is that being kind to people makes us feel good too, so it's fantastic for your mental well-being if you do find an opportunity. Alright, that's it from me. Enjoy the work, look after yourselves, and take care. See you soon.